video and a new series, because I've decided to do a new series. For all of you who watched my last video, didn't know what to call it, so I shouted out to you lot for some advice. I don't know whether anyone got back to me because I had no comments, so who knows. But yeah, this series is all about rebuilding my bike, well, stripping my bike back for riding in the summer, because it's old, it needs a bit of tinkering with every now and again. This series is called, for all of you who don't know, I have a 1998 Honda cbr600, and a couple of years ago I fully restored it, bar the engine. I cleaned the engine, I didn't touch the internals or anything like that, and it's in pretty pristine condition considering the age. Obviously it's not new, it's not old, but you know, it needed a bit of TLC, so rather than just riding it and getting an MOT on it, so it was like the bare minimum standard, it's now at the top end of the scale and it's like top standard. You might be wondering, why am I stripping it back down and sort of rebuilding it? I'm not. I'm basically just stripping it up to clean it ready, so when I go out in the summer it's spotless. However, there is a job that needs doing on it that happened last year due to it being old. Me and Annie went out on the bike and we broke down, the fuel pump went. It was a bit embarrassing to say the least. Cut a long story short, I put a genuine Honda fuel pump on it and found that it still had a bogging issue at low RPM, and there's a judder at the top, which you sort of like just before you get to power band, it's like nothing and then gone. And the problem with that is the inlet rubbers on the bottom of the carbs. They've gone hard and they're letting air in, so naturally bogs down. As soon as it gets higher RPM, it's fine. So that's one reason for stripping it down. The other is to clean it. So you join me on this magical journey as we strip it down and give it a clean as we go, and just give it a bit of loving, because it hasn't had it since October. It's been sat in the garage since then. I've had it running a couple of times, but anyway, we start this video by taking all the main panels off, put them somewhere safe, and if we get a chance, we're going to take the tank off as well. So let's get started. Here's the old bike. It's all washed and somewhat clean, but all these panels, I don't know whether I'm taking this off because it's an absolute ball ache, and obviously in there doesn't really get dirty, so I'm probably going to leave that. That's got to come off, that's got to come off, obviously other side panels got to come off, so these infill panels got to come off, tank's got to come off, seat and rear cowling here as well. The rest of it will probably stay put, bar the rear hugger, or wheel hugger, or mudguard, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a hugger, because we need to get in there, because if I look in here, I can see the rubbers, they're about here. Now, to do them, you have to do them all from this side, and they got little, almost like Jubilee clips on them, but like Honda's Jubilee clips, and you need a very long screwdriver, like this, to get to them. Now, you can only get to them from one side, which is this side. So, yeah, rather than me faff about and tell you what we're going to do, we're actually going to go do it. So let's go whip the back panels off. First panel to come off is this panel, but you will notice I have one of these on the front. This is a battery Optimate. What is it, by Oxford Optimizer. Keeps the battery topped up, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got to charge my battery before I next go out and all this rubbish. It keeps it topped up, spot on all the time. However, it's plugged in at the moment. It's not on because we have the heater on because it's like 2 degrees out. It's really cold, so the garage is freezing. Unplug that. I stick that under the bikes, out of the way, because I'll put it back on charge later on. But we need to take that off to. I don't know, I'm putting that back on to get to the panel. Now, these panels are very easy to get off. You have a little, if you come down here, you have a little twist screw there, which you undo, but they are a little temperamental. So I'm just going to undo that. There you go. Now this was broken before I got it. There's a little crack there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little crack there. That wasn't me. Before you say, oh, you broke your bike. Yeah, and there's a little pin that's supposed to go into a rubber grommet in there, but obviously you can see it doesn't do much. But because of this, it keeps it in check, and when you've got your legs on it, it doesn't move anyway. So, right, that's all off, nice and loose. So the next thing we're going to do is unpop this panel, because it is literally just popped on. But it is a bit fragile, so you've got to be very gentle with it. Oh, there we go. And then that one, and then you've got to sort of twist it out like that to get it out from under the seat. And there we go. One panel off. Now, damn it. I was actually, oh, you can see where it's broken here, look. Someone's arrow dieted the pin back on, and obviously it's broken. But these panels are like ends teeth, really difficult to find. I was actually going to show you the inside and say, oh look, it's filthy. I mean, there's a little bit of dust, but that's about it. Of course, it's a dry weather bike, so and it goes out, doesn't get wet. But yeah, we're going to hang that up here, but I'm not going to do it now because obviously I need to be around the bike, so we'll do that at the end. I'm going to put that somewhere safe a minute. I'm going to put that on the seat I was in at the start of the video. Now that side's off, you can see all the... that is basically the ECU. With it being carbs, that's the ECU, so that literally just does the firing of the spark plugs. That is it. Right, next we've got to take this off, which is obviously the other side. Same again, you've got to undo this clip. Now this one is very temperamental and it's really difficult to get out because this, I don't know whether they got it right when they put the bike together, but it is quite difficult. Also you have the fuel reserve and off tap here as well, because this doesn't have a fuel gauge for God knows what reason, probably cost being Honda. But yeah, and then all you do again, you just pop that off. See, that will come off a lot easier because I've had this side off a lot more, because this is how you get to the toolkit. So you just pop that out. This one's got the original popper on it up in here, so I've got to get my hand up in here and get that. They're very fragile, so I don't really want to break it because I haven't ever seen another black panel for sale. Right, there you go. And it's also a ball trying to get out from the seat. There you go. Another one off. Put that over there. That one can go up there, look. And then the rear of the bike is exposed. So next job is get the seat off. Right. We've got a ratchet with a 12mm on to undo the seat bolts, because for some reason Honda in their infinite wisdom decided to bolt the seat on for God knows what reason. And yeah, the socket set is in there. Not socket set, the Honda toolkit is in there. And the only bit of storage on the bike is in here. And all I can find that can fit in there at the moment is not my ratchet. The only thing I've ever put in there is a t-shirt when I got really hot. Because I was riding in like 32 degrees heat and it was very hot. Anyway, let's get the seat off. So make sure it's on undo, because otherwise you look like a... Huh. I didn't take much to come off, that's really loose. Oh, whoopsie. The ratchet was in the middle. It wasn't actually undoing anything. There we go, that's better. I was going to say it wouldn't be loose, so I don't know. There's one. I'm going to just shove that up there for a minute, because I will put the bolts back in so I know where they go. Right, and then we've got to go around the other side. Now we've got to do the other one. Now this one's a bit more tricky. It's not really tricky at all, it's just a bit more awkward because you've got the ECU in the way. Right, one bolt. Stick that up there. Put your ratchet back over there. Now, what we've got to do is just take the seat off. So with these, all you've got to do is lift it up at the back, pull it forward, and there's the seat. That can go on my old BMW seat. Right, now the seat's off, the next thing we've got to do is focus on getting the front big panels off, so your main fairing. Is obviously remove all this, but first this has got to come off. That's like your inspection panel for, well, inspecting really. You can also see down there some really nice stainless headers that I found for an absolute steal on eBay. So yeah, next thing we've got to do is get them off. Now, these have got a mixture of Allen keys in them because I found a stainless bolt kit, but it only come with like your external ones. So that's like a 4mm, that's a 4mm, and then there's one under there which is like a 5mm, which is a genuine Honda one. But the most ones you can see are 4mm. So we need to find a 4mm Allen key and get and undo them. Got a 4mm Allen key now with a little extension on, and obviously adapter because that goes to a quarter drive, and that's free. The reason I'm using an extension, it might seem a bit overkill, is because I want to be far enough away from the panel so I don't and smack and hit it. It might be a bit more unstable, but for things like the one down by the swing arm, I need that bit of extra length as well. So that's what we want. So right, we've got to crack them off. Look. There's one. Ooh, I'm just going to put them down there for now. I'm going to find a pot to put them in a minute. There's another one. Right, now that's out, we've got to get this off. Now, they do come off very easily because one of the clips is broken. Now, it was like it when I got it, so stop hating. There you go, there's one. If I put it in the light, look, there you go. That's your inspection panel. Now, if a nice camera lady comes around and brings the camera in, and I get a light, you'll be able to see in here. There's the engine, look. Right, the rubbers I need to change are in there, which is a bit of a ball ache because it's a nightmare to get you. I could take everything off, airbox, carbs, the lot. But still, it's not a bad job once you get in there, but they've gone hard, so we're going to change them, and it'll make the bike run a lot nicer and have a bit more power. So that's the main thing. Right, next job is to take the main panel off, which is all this bit up to, I think it's up to there. There you go. Filming. Right, you filming yet? Right. We've got to get all the Allen keys out for this panel. That bit up to there, and then the whole rest of it comes off, and you can see the whole bike. So we've got one here, and then one down the bottom there, one here, which was behind the infill panel. I'm just going to take that off quick and then spin her off. Uh-oh, I've kicked the bolt somewhere. There we go, it's there. So there's another one. That one's off. Another one down here. They've all been copper slipped, so they're very easy to get off. Probably won't come out. Oh, not the plastic washer. Yeah, there's another one. And oh right, now here's one that I found that was behind the infill panel. That is a genuine Honda one. So that's a factory bolt. That is not some stainless bolt kit I bought off eBay. So that one. There we go, that's the one that goes in there. Now I think the rest are just 4mm, so I'll put a 4mm back in, stick that up there, well this side anyway, and there's one right here. That one down there. Now, down here is your swinging arm. You filming my head? That's just where your extension comes in handy, because you've got to get right under there if it actually decides it wants to play ball and go in. Because I think I'm an idiot. I actually am. Where it's dirty, it looked like an original bolt, it's actually 4mm. Right, let's get in there and undo it. This one always gets dirty because obviously the chain is above it. And where I lubricate the chain, so pretty much every time I go out, obviously I don't want it to wear out, yeah, it just gets dirty, and oil and chain lube, well, just chain lube really, drip out and down onto this bit of panel. So if I clean this, I don't polish it with some nice polish and stuff, I just use WD-40. But anyway, right, now that is off, and we've got all the panels, panel bolts out. We've got that one, that one's out. Oh, that one's out anyway, that one's out, that one's out, that one's out. So you see, panel's nice and loose. Now, all you've got to do now is, I think, oh no, sorry, I've missed one. My bad, completely my bad. That's not looking good for a video. I might have to cut this out. There's one in here now. It's God, that wasn't very tight. That wasn't very tight at all. There we go, another original Honda one. Now that's off, look how much looser that is, look, see? There we go, spot on. I can't remember, I haven't taken this apart in a year and I can't remember how it all goes. So bear with me, I think there's one there, and there's one there, that's a 5 mil. Sort of spray guard for the bottom of the, like below the rad, and for the exhaust, and it sort of holds the two panels together in the like the triangular shape you can see at the bottom. Now, once that's out, that can go in the pile. Now there's one here. Now I'm going to check, because these are a bit of a pain. I had to get these panels all the way, because the wing mirrors attached through them to the inside panels. Now they...
Baby.
What?
There's no wing mirror.
What did I say?
Wing mirror.
Oh. No, these panels attach the indicators, sorry. I said wing mirrors first time. And I had to get them all the way from good old land of America. Because I can't actually do that with that on there. Because they're that rare, because obviously as soon as you drop the bike, the panel's smashed. So don't drop your bike. It costs a lot of money. I think it cost me 50 quid to get them imported.
You didn't drop your bike.
Eh?
But you didn't drop the bike.
No, I didn't. It was like that when I got it. But of course, someone had bodged it back together with like araldite and super glue and bits of plastic from other plastic things. I don't even know what it was. It was a right mess. I tell you what, this thing was a hanging when I got it. Now you can take it to a show and that'll win first prize. But when it's actually clean. But obviously, as much as I like it to be like that, when you go out, you let it fly at 70 mile an hour, it travels 2 inches up your windscreen. Or your front screen, or whatever you want to call it. I do need a screwdriver quick as well. So I'm going to pull up my minis. Just the one I need. And there's a little screw, which I made a bracket in, bracket for behind, and it locks the bottom of the panels together. And then, there you go, loose panel. I don't know if that's quite out because it does get stuck.
2 very boring minutes later.
Right, I've got the screw up, and now we can take the panel off. There we go. One side fairing. Now, doesn't the bike look skinny without that? Okay, that was a fight and a half. Jesus. Right. There you go. Looks a bit dirtier now, don't look so clean. Right, we've ran it offside now, so all we got to do is basically just repeat the process. So rather than me chatting a load of rubbish, this is just going to be a time lapse. So, right, cut this time lapse. And yeah, time lapse ended, spot on, got the panel off. Lovely job, it didn't take as long as the other side because I didn't have to faff about with that middle panel. But here it is, here is the middle panel. And there's a little thing that goes through there, a little bracket, and that is an absolute ball ache, I tell you. Right, I'm just going to go put these panels somewhere safe. For now, they are getting hung up, so they're out of the way. Go on top of Henry. Alright, you can film me now, Bobby. Right, well, as we've got panels off, and you can see, you know, all the bits of the bike. I know there's some bits that need doing. I've noticed my housing for the thermostat is very corroded, so that'll be getting some sort of coating if I can find something to stop early. Radiator's still looking really good. There is a little bit of rust coming through here. All the frames are powder coated, but obviously up inside here you can't get to because that's a strengthening plate up in there. All the hoses still looking spot on. No other corrosion, really. It's all spot on for Ali anyway, but of course that's what happens when you don't ride it in the wet. All the exhaust and everything like that is all spot on still as well. It was blowing like mad for ages because it's not quite the right size. It's like an aftermarket stainless system, stainless headers and then a micron can. But yeah, everything's looking good. Couple of little bits obviously need doing, but we'll address that in later episodes. Next episode, tank is coming off and the airbox. So join us in the next episode of Bike Biology to watch that come off. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep the crown high. Royale Collective out.
Get on with it. It's like a little special hidey hole.
It is.
The way you open that,
It's actually called an inspection hole.
1 minute 15.
That's alright, don't worry about that. This is all bloopers, look, see? It's really... Ooh, there's a blooper.